Alright guys, welcome back. I had a request to do a video on this Glock 19X from yesterday's video on the Glock 48 by Mohammed Morel. Apologize if I'm butchering that name, guys, but he wanted me to do a video on the Glock 19X since I mentioned it in yesterday's video, so here we are. This is the Glock 19X. It's a combination of the Glock 19 slide and barrel and the Glock 17 frame. So you get the 17+1 frame with the compact Glock 19 slide and barrel. I actually brought my EDC Glock 19 out here to compare. Drop the mag on that. And if you look at these, you can see it's the same exact slide and barrel length. But if you look on the back, you got two different frame lengths. It's going to be your Glock 17 style frame, and this your Glock 19 here. So it combines the best of the best two Glock models, in my opinion, to make the perfect guns. My favorite Glock they've ever made. So if you have larger hands or large hands, this would be a great option. It also comes with 3 mags. You get one flush fit mag, 17+1, and you get my favorite, the 17 round mags with the 2+ extension plate, so you can carry 20 rounds of 9mm in here. So that's just a really great high capacity carry package. On mine, I've also got an Olight. This is a PL Mini Valkyrie 2 for anybody that's wondering. Just a really great light. You might could even see, you know, it's kind of bright out here, but just a little touch of the button of the front, on, off. Just a great light. The 19X is different from the 19 because it comes from the factory with the Glock night size pre-installed. So it's also the Gen 5, so you get the beveled slide as well. You also get, it's a little different than the other Gen 5 that comes with the black follower. That's kind of unique to the 19X instead of like your regular 19 or 17 or any other Gen 5 that have the orange follower. The 19X frame also has this tiny little lip on the bottom that you don't get on any other model. And you also get the lanyard loop on the 19X. It's also got the ambidextrous slide release, so you got it on both sides. Unlike your standard Glocks, we'll have it on just the left side, like the 19 here. Notice it's not on the right side of the gun, so that's a pretty cool little feature. The Glock 45, which is one I would like to get as well, it also has the ambidextrous slide release, but that's the only commonality it has with the 19X, other than being a 17 frame with a 19 slide and barrel. So that's the 19X. Gonna do a little shooting with that same 115 grain steel case Barnaul ammo from yesterday. I've got a little silhouette plate target down there at 20 yards or so. We're gonna take a few shots and see if we can hit that. Just kind of show you guys a little bit of this gun in action. It's definitely my favorite Glock they've ever made. I'm a sucker for anything in flat dark earth. My wife and I looked around a lot of gun shows and whatnot ever since these came out, and I always talked about how I wanted to get one but never bought it. So I had the opportunity to get one at work, so I picked it up here not too long ago. Take a few shots and see if we can hit this steel out here. So 2 of those shots went to the left. That was my fault, I pulled those over. But the gun's just a really great shooting gun. You can actually see these sights could probably stand to be drifted over just a little bit, but if you like Glocks and you like the 17, if you like the 19, the 19X would certainly be a great gun to pick up. If you have a 19 holster already like I do, and you're not running a light, it'll go right in the same holster because it's the same barrel and slide, of course, just with a longer frame. So load up and take 5 more shots. It's a really great shooting gun, guys. Really comfortable, not heavy, just a good weight, good all around feel. If you've ever felt the Glock, it has that same Glock feel, you know that I'm talking about. Take a few more shots with it here. See if we can get all 5 on the steel this time. Had to miss the last one, of course. So anybody that's not familiar with where the Glock 19X came from, it's actually the military trials gun that was submitted to the U.S. military to be the new standard issue sidearm. I believe it competed with the SIG P320, if I'm not mistaken. It actually lost that gun, unfortunately, which I think a lot of other people that I know think that was a huge mistake. The 19X is the better gun, in my opinion. Of course, I'm a big Glock fan. Anybody who's watched the videos already knows that. But the Glocks are great. You can just beat them to death and they keep going. You can throw it in the mud. You can use it underwater. You can run it over, blow it up, freeze it, whatever you want to do, and they just keep on going. They eat any ammo. Like I said, I just pretty much shoot steel when I'm practicing out here. And I've never had a single problem with a Glock and steel ammo, so you really just can't beat a Glock, in my opinion. There's a lot of other good guns too, but there's not very many that are going to be better than the Glock, in my opinion. Take a few more shots. Put some more on the steel here. The Glock 19X, when I'm shooting it, I remember to think about this, but it has a really good trigger. The Gen 4s and the Gen 3s are not really notorious for having great triggers. I have put the Ghost upgrade for the trigger bar in here. This trigger, it's unloaded, guys. It's just not near as clean as that Gen 5 over there. See if we can get a view of this one as well, but you can see it's empty. That trigger is just really not bad for a factory gun. There's the brake on the reset. It's right there. So really not a bad trigger on a factory gun. That's what I find for most of the Gen 5s. They're much better than the Gen 4s and the Gen 3s and really any of the prior generations of the Glocks. So that's a really nice thing when you buy the gun. I know a lot of people like to throw a trigger in it right away, and I talked about yesterday I'm putting one in that 48, but this 19X, I'm thinking about putting an Overwatch in it just so I can get a flat dark earth trigger to kind of match the rest of the gun, but it's definitely not because the gun needs the trigger. The trigger is definitely plenty good from the factory. Take 5 more shots, see if we can keep them on the steel. It's actually the first time shooting it since I put the light on it. Just a really good gun to shoot, guys. I could sit out here and shoot it all day, really. If I had an infinite supply of ammo, I could definitely shoot this gun all day. It's a really fun gun to shoot. It doesn't make your hands sore or tweak your wrist or anything like some guns out there. You know, recoil impulse can be kind of aggressive, but the stippling on the Gen 5s is also really nice. It's kind of similar to the 4s. I think the 4 feels like it's a little bit more sandpapery. The 5, they kind of toned that down a little bit, and they also took the finger grooves away, but the combination of those two things, just a really good feeling gun in the hand. I've also got the Glocks come with the back straps. Anybody who's got a full-size Glock probably knows they come with the optional back straps. For the first time, I'm actually running one of the beaver tail back straps on mine, just kind of try it out, and I really like the feel. I can really choke up on the gun a lot, and I can on my 19 as well. But on this, I really like to choke up high on mine and then wrap around, and I can really seat that gun really deep into my hand, and that's really nice. I like that a lot, having the optional back straps on the Glocks. I don't run one on my 19 over there, but on this X, I really like the high beaver tail on it. Just take 5 more on it. But these Olights too, guys. If you're interested in a video on just that, I can do that too. But I was kind of interested about how well these would stay on. I've never actually mounted one on any of my guns, but I've been shooting this all the rounds you've seen, and it hasn't moved a bit. I mean, it's just solid, still works. That's just a great option too, so anybody who's wondering about those, load up these last 5. But yeah, I hope any of you that are curious about the 19X, or maybe on the fence about buying one, I mean, you really can't go wrong. If you don't like the flat dark earth color, you can go with the Glock 45. The only difference you're going to have is it's not going to come with factory night sights. Although you can install night sights, it's just not going to come from the factory with them like the 19X. It's obviously not going to be flat dark earth. You're not going to have the lanyard loop, and it's not going to come with the 2+ plates. But otherwise, it's essentially the same gun. So if you like this, but you're not maybe a fan of the flat dark earth, or you don't care about night sights or anything like that, then go with the 45. That's also an excellent gun. I plan on getting one here soon. So for anybody who's a fan but maybe doesn't like the color, that's another option. Take these last 5. we can get them all on the steel. Five for five, not too bad. So, I'm not sure if anybody's curious about the finish, but that's a proprietary Cerakote type finish I believe that Glock does, and it's really durable. We can actually take it apart, take a look at that. It comes apart just like all the other Glocks, of course, guys. It's actually coated all the way through. It's not just on the outside, so it's coated all the way in. You can see it's a little purple there on the inside just from the treatment. You can see it's worn just a little bit where it makes contact with the slides right there. That's to be expected, but the finish holds up great on these. I mean, you can see I've carried this gun in a holster. It's got a little bit of wear up front from going in and out, but the finish just holds up really well on these guys. I mean, it's just a great gun all around. Anybody who's interested in getting one, I would certainly say go ahead and take the jump, take the plunge, and just grab one. It's a great gun. I waited a long time to get one, and it's certainly my favorite Glock. I knew it would be before I even bought one, but handling them all the time at work, and just at gun shows or wherever else I may find them, I just love the feel every time. Like I said, I don't have the biggest hands in the world, but it just perfectly fits. And I can wrap, and then I have an extra little piece of real estate I can grab. Is when I like to really choke up on the gun. I kind of just like having that little bit of extra sticking out. You can strip a mag out really easy. This points really well, and the slide release. You know, if you're a left-handed shooter, you've got the anti-slide release on either side. Comes with the night sights. You really just can't beat it, guys. Great gun. So for Muhammad that requested this video, I hope that's helped you out. Maybe answer some of the questions you have. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, like I said, I've got that Mossberg 930 video I want to do. Hopefully maybe Thursday I'm off. Maybe I can get that out. But if you guys want to see any more of the Glock 19X or any other guns that you've seen, or maybe guns you haven't seen, just let me know in a comment below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you on the next one, guys. Take it easy. I appreciate it.